It's like tennis, and you have had some really good Romanian tennis players. I don't think everybody can become a Björn Borg or, you know, one of the top players. I don't think everybody can become number one, because we are different genetically. But I think both you and me and most other people, with a little bit of training, we should be able to at least play tennis okay. You see, I think all human beings, almost all human beings, want to make a difference. We would like to make a difference. And we would like to be seen. We would like to be confirmed. We would like to be understood, no matter who you are, in your private life and on the job. And some of us have an enormous drive to be seen and understood and loved and what have you. Bill Clinton has an enormous drive to be seen and confirmed. He was born in a family with an alcoholic as a father that abused him, hit him. From an awful background he comes. And of course this is a man that has an enormous drive to be seen, understood, loved and confirmed. So what you see, his intensity, is of course also a genuine intensity to be confirmed. See me, please see me. So that's what you see, and that's we call charisma, and fine, you can call it charisma, it works. Sweden has played an enormous role in all ideas. I mean, Sigmund Freud lived, worked in Vienna, and he wanted to become a doctor. He went to Paris and worked in a home for hysterical women. He was very young, 23, 24. It was a house in Paris with 2,000 hysterical women. Working in that house, he got his big idea, because many of these women talked about sex, you know, and did sex things and had dreams about sex. He got the idea that there is something here with sexuality that has to do with our mind, with our conscious, with our unconscious. That's how it started. The idea was born out of the context. Back to funky business. Yes, the fact that the Scandinavian Swedish society is ultra modern. 96% of the women work. We have 66% of the households are single households. People live together for a couple of years, then they split and separate. It's very, very, very modernistic. I'm not saying that it's good. I'm saying that it's modern. Of course, that has influenced my thinking a lot, a lot. I was a professor at the university, and then I met my students, and also men and women, 3, 4 years, 5 years after they had left university. And I started to meet them in an airport or in a nightclub or in a bar. They come up and say, "Hello, do you remember me?" Yes, I do. I was a student of yours. Yes. You know what? After that course, my life never became the same. And then I, of course, understood that maybe I have this ability to say things that makes a difference. And that was, of course, made me think that maybe we should also see whether it's possible to put it on a piece of paper. I was not sure that the magic would be able to stay in a book. I knew when we wrote the book that presenting things live I can do, but it's a completely different thing to write a book. There is only one Scandinavian author that is translated in more languages than us. Pippi Longstocking, sagas. There is an author in Sweden that created sagas, the Pippi Longstocking, Emil i Lönneberga, and a number of sagas that you find in 130 countries. You have it here also. Saga stories, bedtime stories for children. And this woman wrote in such a way that every child, even if you're in Chechnya, can identify with it, which is magic, you know. That you can write for a Korean child, a Swedish child, and all children can feel yes. For some reason, we were able to create a text here that functions in Argentina for young people, for old people, and they go like, that I can identify with. This is about my life. How we did that, I don't know. Firstly, the society is a little bit like that this thing to have one job and work there for 25 years, it doesn't look like that because most companies don't exist for 25 years. They exist for 10 or 15 and then they change. New technologies, if you are an expert on making, I don't know, home pages on the internet, maybe that was a good thing to do 10 years ago, and now there is almost no demand for these people today because there are programs that can make many of those home pages automatically. So it's a matter of the development in the society on the one hand. On the other hand, I think what also becomes clear to more and more people is that you and me and most people have not only one quality, we usually have one or two or three. We are more than one thing, which means that yes, maybe you are an author, but on the side you are a model or something, because modeling is a possibility for you, but you are also an author and write books. Maybe you are a translator. On the one hand, you translate texts back and forth in different languages, but then you are also a talk show leader on your free time. We are many things. To my friends, the leaders, I used to say, okay, tomorrow when you are going to fly, yes. You are going to buy some newspapers, yes. And magazines, yes. Okay. Tomorrow, do something like this. Buy the magazines that you not like, that you never buy, and that you don't like. Just buy them. Buy Architectural Digest, Tattoo International, and I don't know what, anything, motorbikes, global something. Read it, look at it, because there will be, in this text, a little message about what our time looks like, what is going on in fashion, in business, in technology, in architecture. There is a little message, but then you have to look at it and you can see it.